In this video, we bring you some beginner West Coast swing tips. What's up, everybody? My name is Miss Emily.
And I'm Brian B. from West Coast Swing Online. In this video, we're going to cover 3 core tips that's going to help you improve your West Coast swing. The areas that we're going to talk about are the anchor step. We're going to talk about rolling through the feet, which is going to work into styling a little bit. And finally, some connection tips. So let's get started. All right, gang, now I'm going to assume that you know the basic patterns. If you don't, you'll want to watch our complete guide to the beginner patterns first. Provided you do, let's start talking about footwork. Then we're going to talk about anchor steps and finally connection to keep us not looking like beginners. So leaders, as I walk back or followers walking forward, we're going to roll through our feet. What I mean by that is instead of stepping flat-footed for both of us and looking clunky, if we did that clunky 1, 2, 3, 4, good zombie impersonation there, Emily. Can you do the arms? Oh, 1, 2, 3, 1 and 2. Right? We don't want to look like that. That might be the only time Emily's ever looked like that dancing. So what we want to do is roll through our feet. So I'm going to present my foot ahead of my body, and I'm going to roll from my toe or the ball of my foot through my heel. So my weight's moving smoothly throughout my feet, right? We'll do that 2 more times. And now as I walk forward and Emily walks back, she's rolling from the toe to the heel. I'm moving forward from the heel to the toe. Now, there's other different ways we can do this, but this is the easiest way we found for the mass of people. So we call that rolling through your feet. So in all of your steps for your beginner pattern, you want to practice rolling through your feet. Let's see if Emily will follow my sugar push. She sure as heck does. Rolling through the feet. So that'll keep us looking smooth. We're going to segue that into our anchor step. Now, our anchor step is the end of all of our patterns, and we want to work on a stretch. Now, if we did a sugar push and we froze on count 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4, what I want to do here is I want to stretch away on my anchor step 5 and 6, and we create a stretch between our centers or our partners, right? So to do that, we're going to use the first set, which is rolling through the feet. So as I roll my anchor step, I'm going to roll triple, and on the step, I'm measuring my weight from the toe into my heel, and Miss Emily's doing the same. So as you can see, if we do that again, our triple step, we roll our weight away. So number 1, we're going to practice rolling through our feet. Number 2, we're going to use that roll through our feet to create an elasticity in our anchor. And the final thing, and we're going to talk about this from the other side, is the connection. And we talked about this off camera. There is a tendency, we had a beginner class right here last night, and a lot of the beginners tend to dance with their arms up, right? And this is a very ineffective place to lead and follow from. So we want to work on not having a W in our connection, no W's, right? So we want this to be down. A good rule is I want the space between my partner's elbow and mine to be about level. Now, you will see dancers, as we get better, we can work ourselves and have a higher connection. But if you notice, there's no W in this. This is more of a bicep curl for both of us. But I'm from Boston, and we used to call this a pocketbook. I think in the South we call it a purse. If I was hanging a purse, or in my land a pocketbook, from my elbow, that would keep that connection. Now, I don't care so much if you dance with it up a little bit, right? I don't care if it's up a little bit as long as there's no W's, but that's my rule for my connection. Now, what this does for us as we practice our anchor step is as we expand away, I can use my elbow to let out, keeping it level, and that gives me plenty of room on my side of the connection and plenty of room on Emily's side of the connection. So if we put this all together, we would roll through our feet, keeping our connection low, giving us room to stretch, and this will help give you 3 tips as a beginner West Coast swing dancer so that you look better and feel great on the dance floor. I hope you enjoyed those 3 tips, and I hope they will help level up your West Coast swing. If you want more cool technique tips, we've got a cool playlist here that will really be helpful. And if you're not yet a subscriber, make sure you do that. Click this down here, become a subscriber to the channel, share with your friends. We are excited about promoting West Coast swing to as many people on the planet as we can.